Hello folks, in this video I'm going to be giving a brief introduction to the industry leading privilege access management solution, that is Delinea Secret Server. I'm your instructor Suneet. I am a certified identity and access manager. Now, the agenda for this video and the topics we'll be looking at are: what is privileged access management? A brief introduction of what is privileged access management. Then we will be looking at what is Delinea Secret Server, then the general architecture of the Delinea Secret Server, and why organizations may choose Delinea Secret Server over other options that might be present in the market. Then we'll take your questions. Let's get started. Privilege access management, what is it? Now, privilege access management is managing access of privileged accounts along with proper recording, reporting, and auditing of those accesses and accounts involved on in those accesses. What does that mean? Managing. Now, managing a privileged account, or let's say account, if in a system, means discovering accounts from a system to discover if what types of accounts are present and onboard that into our repository. Provisioning, to create new accounts, to provision new accounts and accesses, provide roles to those accounts, that is provisioning. To deprovision, to disable or delete the accounts that are already present in the system. To reconcile, to map our repository of accounts and accesses to the system to see if the what we have in our repository is actually correct and is in line with what is there in the system. And it doesn't end there just by managing that. Along with the managing, we implement proper recording, we implement reporting, we implement auditing of those reports of the accesses and accounts involved. So that is privileged access management. It is a defensive and more proactive approach to cybersecurity, and by that what I mean is it is defensive because we set up tools, configure policies, and assign roles, which hardens our organization's security. And by proactively following those policies, uh, standard operating procedures, and workflows, we adds to the overall cybersecurity posture of our organization, making it more hardened. Now, both industry leaders, Forrester and Gartner, have placed privileged management as a top priority for CISOs. And Forrester and Gartner, they publish reports on the conduct of cybersecurity, the market leading tools, and several other topics within the cybersecurity domains. Now, according to Gartner, proper implementation of a privileged access management tool helps mitigate the risk posed by elevated or privileged level of access. But I mean, what I mean by that is uh, abuse of compromised privileged credentials by a malicious actor can have a very adverse effect on any organization, because uh, uh, if a malicious actor, let's say a hacker, got access to your privileged accounts or privileged credentials, he can do so much to harm the reputation of your company. And just not the reputation comes secondary. It can the privilege account itself makes the lateral movement of that hacker so easy. It provides as excellent entry point for that hacker to do the lateral movement and infect all other things and harm your company's or organization's reputation. And since the account is privileged, it might have access to several other uh, applications or software present in your environment, making it more uh, dangerous for your organization. Now, what is mean by proper implementation of PAM tools, or what is proper implementation? What does that mean? So by proper implementation of privilege access management solution, we mean to look at the security holistically. So don't leave any gap between the implementation and the user knowledge. And for an example, just to prove this from an example, there was a breach in 2022 of a big vehicle rental company that provided taxi services too. So that was breached in 2022, and they had Tygotic PAM solution, but due to the gap between their implementation and the user knowledge, hacker was able to seep through that gap and harm and steal their source code, harm the company's reputation, and uh, also steal most of their data. And now up to the next slide. Now, Delinea Secret Server. Delinea Secret Server. What is Delinea Secret Server? Now, Delinea Secret Server is an industry-leading privileged access management solution. It was formerly known as Thycotic Secret Server, but now it is known as Delinea Secret Server. Uh, it is available as an on-premise and on-cloud solution. So companies, if they have, they can install or use this as an on-premise solution, or they can use the on-cloud version of Secret Server. And so on-premise solution requires to configure Secret Server from the scratch. They have more configuration capabilities. They have more capability to customize Secret Server, whereas on cloud solution is easier to implement, where they just need to download a distributed engine into their environment, and they are ready to go with the Secret Server solution. Secret Server itself is comparatively very easy to implement and scale without compromising on the capabilities. Now, Secret Server is easier to implement, but that doesn't mean it is sacrificing on any of the capabilities that a privilege access management solution might provide or should provide. So Secret Server has a very intuitive graphic user interface, and the latest update has a very defined user experience, and it has a Secret Server has a very gentle learning curve for both administrative and normal user. Secret Server uh, as a act as a it also like provides centralized manageability for the accounts and privileged accesses. It is also the simple architectural components, easy configuration, makes it robust and quick, whereas the extensible properties of Secret Server, such as extensible discovery, REST API integration, and custom templates, and remote password changing, session recording, all these makes it highly customizable and a preferable privilege access management solution. Now we'll look at the general architecture of Delinea Secret Server. So Delinea Secret Server has mainly 5 main components, uh, and the end user who accesses Delinea Secret Server, the end user accesses it through the web browser itself. So firstly, we have Secret Server application that is installed on the, and now here we are discussing the on-premise architecture of Delinea Secret Server. So we have a Secret Server application that resides in our environment in one of the servers, and there is the database which stores the credential and other data of our Secret Server application. and we access the Secret Server application through web browser. Any end user will access the Secret Server application through the web browser, and we may or may not have distributed engine and site connectors. So distributed engine can directly communicate with Secret Server application, or we can use site connector for robust communication between distributed engine and Secret Server application if we have a larger uh, uh, environment in which there is large number of systems that we want to manage through Secret Server. We might require to have a distributed engine. Now, what is a distributed engine, and what is the difference between Secret Server application and distributed engine? So Secret Server application is a whole application. It provides the GUI of Secret Server 2, but distributed engine can perform all the it has all the capabilities. It can perform all the operation that a Secret Server application can perform. It just don't have the graphic user interface. So distributed engine is like the heart of Secret Server application. Secret Server application can work without distributed engine. But distributed engine paired with Server application act as a high availability cluster environment. Now, site connectors are used to facilitate communication between distributed engine and Secret Server, and the combination of site connector, distributed engine, and Secret Server application, these depends upon the environment of the client and the architectural requirement that client may have. Now, why Delinea Secret Server? Why organizations may choose Delinea Secret Server? Again, privilege access management decreases risk for compromises through leakage or through compromised privilege credentials. And so Delinea Secret Server is a good PAM solution, so company might go for it. And there are certain capabilities that Delinea Secret Server have. Now let's discuss them one by one. So first is discovery. So Delinea Secret Server can discover Active Directory accounts. It can discover local accounts. It can discover domain accounts. It can also discover service accounts from the Active Directory. It can also be used to discover Google Cloud Platform accounts and AWS accounts. Now, apart from discovering, what we do after discovering is we import those discovered accounts into the Secret Server to manage those accounts. So those accounts, the account management can also be done within Secret Server. And why companies might choose Delinea Secret Server? Compliance or cyber insurance might be another reason why company might go for a privileged access management solution. So compliance may include password rotation policies, that is to rotate password, let's say after every 30 days, and to expire. Let's say if there is a compliance requirement which require password to be rotated after 30 days. Secret Server has the capability to do that remotely, so it can remotely and rotate password of any local domain or service accounts. And when you do service account rotation of a service account password, it also rotates the password of all the dependencies that service account may have. Now, it has inbuilt capabilities for reporting and auditing. It take records of all the it records all the accesses that are made by a Secret Server user. For example, if a person accesses certain secrets are nothing but credentials that are stored in Delinea Secret Server. So if a person accesses a particular secret, it will get recorded that this user XYZ users accesses ABC secret at a certain time, and that will be recorded. Now, session recording, by what I mean by session recording here is you can also record RDP sessions brokered through Secret Server. So let's say a certain person launched a RDP session using Secret Server. So Secret Server also provides you capability to launch remote desktop sessions directly from Secret Server itself without entering passwords. So if a person launched that, then Secret Server can also record the live video session of that particular session too. We can also set up access request workflow in Delinea Secret Server. What I mean by that is, let's say for like certain policy might require some critical accounts, let's say domain admin accounts, to have a workflow, access request workflow, so that before accessing those accounts, a person required to have a confirmation from the senior authorities or senior up in the hierarchy. So we can set, instead of doing that manually through email, Secret Server has the capability to do that automatically and set that up within the Secret Server. So we can set up single level access request workflow or multi-level access request workflow if we require more than one person to approve a request before a person can access a particular secret. We have also event subscription capabilities. For example, let's say a user accesses a particular secret. We want admin or management to get notified every time a particular critical secret is accessed by any of the users. Then we can set up event subscription for that. Apart from that, Secret Server also act as a centralized credential storage, and it also promotes passwordless access by acting as a single entry point into the AD environment of the organization. So what I mean by that is, instead of doing RDP connection directly, people will come into Secret Server, log into the Secret Server, then use Secret Server to broker the connection to the RDP machine without entering the password. And also Secret Server has option to hide launcher passwords, so that any user or all of the users cannot see the password. If that setting is turned on, they will not be able to see the password of the secrets, but they will be able to launch the sessions using those secrets. Now there is also checkout, event subscription, event pipelines available. So checkout is if we want to give exclusive access to a single user for a particular time frame of a particular secret, we can do that by within the Delinea Secret Server. Now if you have any question regarding any of the topics explained in this video, write them in the comment section. Thank you.